Dear 9th standard boys, I want to take animal tissues from the lesson 2, that is organization of tissues. You all understand every living organism is made up of a number of smallest units. They are functional and fundamental units of every living thing is called as a cell. Then group of cells are an assemblage of one or more types of specialized cells held together with extracellular materials constitute the tissue. That means a tissue is made up of a number of related cells, that is an assemblage of one or more types of specialized cells. These cells are connected together or linked together with the help of extracellular materials. So, assemblage of or group of one or more types of specialized cells is called as a tissue. Now, the tissue is studied under the topic or is termed as histology. Histology is the study of tissue, right? The study of tissue is known as histology. Now, the tissue can be classified into two main groups or two divisions. One is called as simple tissue, another one is called as compound tissue. Why some tissues are called as a simple tissue and why some tissues are called as compound tissue? There is a reason behind it. A group of cells that are similar in origin form, structure, and work together to perform a specific function, which is known as a simple tissue. The group of cells or the number of cells which are similar in origin, same type of origin, same type of form, same type of structure, and these group of cells are also performing a similar function or the same function. That type of tissue is called as a simple tissue, right? Next, how the another type of tissues are different from the simple tissue, they are called as a compound tissue. Compound tissues are also a group of cells different in their structure and function but coordinate to perform a specific function. Simple tissue which are similar in form, structure, and perform the a specific function, that is called as a simple tissue. Whereas in the case of compound tissue, the group of cells different in origin, they are similar in origin, simple tissue, but here group of cells but they are different in origin and structure and work together to perform a specific function. Even though the origin, structure are different, but all these cells are working together to perform a specific function. Such a type of tissue is termed as compound, right? Next, totally the animal tissue can be classified into four main divisions and the basis of their structure and functions. Only on the basis of their structure and functions, the animal tissues are classified into four main divisions or four main types. One is called as epithelial tissue, another one is called as connective tissue, third one is called as muscular tissue, the fourth one is nervous tissue. Now, all these following four tissues are the main divisions of tissues. They are classified only on the basis of their structure and functions. Now, let us discuss about all these four types of tissues one after another. Say, the first type of tissue is taken for our discussion is epithelial tissue. Where the epithelial tissue is found, what are the functions of the epithelial tissue, where they are located in our body, what are the types of epithelial tissue. See, when we discuss about any particular tissue, we have to discuss or we have to understand their location, their structure, their function, and their shapes. Right. Now we shall discuss about the epithelial tissue. It is the simplest tissue composed of one or more layers of cells. See, very simplest form of tissues. These tissues are made up of one or more layer of cells covering the external surface of the body and internal organs. See the external surface of the body and the organs that are found inside the body is also covered by one or more layers of cells, simple type of cells. That cells are called as epithelial cells. In short, we can say epithelial cells are located or found in the external surface of the body and also the internal organs as well, right? So totally these cells are forming the cover, or these cells are forming the that is a cover, that is the outer surface of the body is covered by these cells, and also the internal organs are also covered by these cells. When any organ or any body area is covered by these cells, the main function of these cells are protection. Protection is the main function of these cells, right? Next, these cells are arranged very close to each other with a less extracellular materials. There is a space which is found in between the two cells are called as a intercellular space. But when we discuss about the arrangement of these cells are arranged on the basement membrane with a very compact manner, very closed manner. So the intercellular materials or the materials that are found in between these two cells of the same tissue is very less. So intercellular materials are very less because the intercellular spaces are very less. Why? The cells are found, the cells are arranged in a very compact manner, right? Epithelial cells lie on a non-cellular basement membrane. See a membrane, it is just like a thread-like membrane on which these cells are arranged. Sometimes these epithelial cells are arranged as a single layer on the basement membrane. That type of epithelial tissue is called as a simple epithelial tissue. And some places these epithelial tissue or these epithelial cells are arranged on the basement membrane as several or multi layers. So the multi layers of epithelial cells that are placed or arranged on the basement membrane, that type of epithelial tissue is called as multi or compound epithelial tissue, right? Now you see the epithelium is separated by the underlying connective tissue which provides it with nutrients. If there is no blood vessels supplying the blood to the epithelial tissue, blood vessels are lacking in epithelial tissue, then you may ask how the epithelial tissue or how the epithelial cells of this tissue is obtaining food materials or energy. Say the nutrients are supplied to these epithelial cells only from the connective tissue. This underlying connective tissue is separating the epithelial tissue from other underlying tissues, right? So the underlying tissues are connected with the epithelial tissue only by means of a connective tissue. Connective tissue is a source of supplying the nutrients to the epithelial tissue, right? Next, there are two types of epithelial tissues. One is simple epithelium, another one is compound epithelium. Simple epithelium is composed of single layer of cells resting on the basement membrane. See, basement membrane, it is just like a base or a thread-like structure on which the epithelial cells are arranged in a single layer. That type of epithelial tissue is called as a simple epithelium. Suppose on the basement membrane there are several layers of epithelial cells are arranged. That type of epithelial tissue is called as a compound epithelium. Compound epithelium is composed of several layers of cells. Only the cells of the deepest layer rest on the basement membrane. See, in the compound epithelium, the cells of the deepest layer, the cells of the bottommost layer is resting upon the basement membrane. What about the other layers of cell of the compound epithelium? They are found one above another. They are lying on one above another. So these are the two types of epithelial cells or epithelial tissues are found. One is a simple, because a single layer of cells, epithelial cells are arranged on the basement membrane. That is called as a simple. And many layers or several layers of epithelial cells are arranged on the basement membrane. That is called as a compound epithelium tissue. Right. So in general, what are the functions of epithelial tissue that we have to discuss? Right. I told you or that we discussed, epithelial tissue is forming the cover or it acts as a covering of the whole body. When the whole body is covered by a cover which is made up of cells, that cover is doing its protective action to protect the internal organs of the whole body of any animal, right? So the first and foremost function of the epithelial tissue is protection, right? Next, the skin which forms the outer covering of the body protects the underlying cells from, say, how the protection is given to the body. It protects the body from drying, injury and microbial infection. Suppose our body is not covered by our skin, what will happen? So all the insects will travel across our body. All the dust particles will be deposited on our internal organs. All the germs or all the microbial organisms will take abode or will take rest or will take a place for their survival in our organs. So finally the human body is becoming decayed one due to the infectious organisms, dust particles and all that. Therefore the epithelial tissue forms the cover around the body in order to protect the human body, in order to protect any animal's body from drying, injury and microbial infection. Therefore protection is a very very vital function of this epithelial tissue. Not only that, the second function is they help in absorption of water and nutrients. See, in certain places the epithelial tissue, suppose the epithelial tissues are found in the intestine, so it supports for absorption. So the absorptive function is done by the epithelial tissue. In some places the epithelial tissue will serve as the organ for nutrients. So they help in absorption of water and nutrients. See, the absorption of water that can be done in our stomach, it can be done in our intestine. This is one kind of function. The nutrients, say, as soon as the food materials are digested in our body, it is absorbed by the epithelial tissues that are lined in the internal region of intestine. So absorption takes place. Absorption of food materials will take place in the villi of the small intestine or by the villi of the small intestine. Therefore absorption of water and nutrients can be done by some special type of epithelial tissue. Another kind of function. The third kind of function is they are involved in elimination of waste products. See, what are the waste products? Sweat is a waste product, urine is a waste product, and carbon dioxide is a waste product. So like that, all the waste products are generated or formed in our body, or all the waste products are produced by the cells and tissues of the body must be eliminated, must be released or must be removed from our body by means of certain epithelial tissues that are found in the respective excretory organs, that they are doing the excretion function in the respective organs, right? The fourth one is some epithelial tissue perform secretory function. See, epithelial tissues are going to be classified. So glandular epithelium, it is known for its secretion. They secrete some of the substances. These substances will act as the nutritious supplements, or some type of special functions are done by these substances that are secreted by the special type of epithelial tissues. Secretion of sweat, saliva, mucus, and enzymes. So these are the four important products that are secreted by the glandular epithelial cells. That is sweat, it is the waste product that can be eliminated, and mucus, it is also very important for the lubrication of certain cells or for the easy transportation of certain substances from place to place inside the body, and also saliva, which plays a vital role for the digestion of food in the mouth, and there are certain enzymes which are the biocatalyst, which will be very useful for the digestion of food and other functions in the body, right? So these are the four important functions of the epithelial tissue. According to the functions and structure, location of epithelial tissue, they are classified into the following kinds. What are those? One is simple epithelium, right? Simple epithelium, under the simple epithelium, they are squamous epithelium, cuboidal epithelium, glandular epithelium, etc., that we are going to discuss after this functions of the epithelial tissue, right? Within this, I will finish this video. Next, that is a class will be started with a simple epithelial tissue, right? Okay.